Welcome back, everyone. 皆さん、おかえりなさい。今日は213日目です。It is day 213. We are one day from leveling up. Tomorrow, I might have to flip the schedule again. I guess this is kind of late still. And today is our leap day, so all of our stuff are previous things. I wonder how far back it goes. It'll be a quick one today. Concluded our extracurricular activity yesterday. Looking forward to the new month. Today's the last day. Local time, last day of July. And making plans for next month. Next month I'll be taking an extended leave in order to volunteer at a convention. Get an opportunity, my once in a year opportunity of people watching. Alright, let's get right into it. Okay. So, okay.
6月
6月. Okay.
昼休み
昼休み. Hiru yasumi. Oh. Right, lunch break. I mean, it's technically an afternoon break, too. Like a noon break, which often lines up with lunch. With often lunch. But lunch doesn't, like a afternoon break doesn't necessarily imply you have to eat during the... So that's kind of interesting. Curious if he would just say break if it's not a lunch break. Oh boy. Oh.
払う
Okay. How do you...
Nah.
I guess just not. I'm like... I tend to look at na as a short for namae, but mae is missing, right? So... nah. Nah.
Aki.
Aki. I think that was a burn. Aki is not.
英和
Ewa. Style, English language, English style, Ewa. English sentence, Ewa. Excuse me? Ewa. Oh, this is just a combination, right? It's a turn of phrase, like English, Japanese is the wa defaults. It's fine. Is this a burn? That's a burn. Okay. Oh, why did I think it was
計算
Keizan? What? It's fine. Whoops.
Moji.
Moji. Accidentally added it. There. Moji. Moji. Moji ga chisaskiru. Saskiru. Isaskiru. Okay.
英文
英文。
帰る
帰る。Okay. What in the... Why do I want to type...
一打
Okay, it is dot. But I don't remember how dot works. How does dot work? Where's the character? It's hit, I know. But take a finger to the street to strike and then the dad thing. It's fine. We know dot because of both Chinese and Japanese. It's okay. This is a burn, right? Or yeah, it's a burn. Okay. Oh, right. Just kidding. Just kidding. What? Oh, wait. Oh. Thinking of something else. What? Oh.
美術
Bijutsu. This art is fine. Is it like fine arts? It's fine arts. Fine art. It's a bit of a nuance.
上司
Joshi. Okay.
,計画
Keikaku. Okay.
寺
Hira. This is a burn. Huh. Oh, whoops.
世紀
Seiki. Yes. I don't know how much I will use that. Oh, you know what? It does get used a little bit. Where does that get used? Gundam, I think. Seiki. Huh.
浅い
Asai. Yep. Oops. That's a typo.
海軍
Very good.
春
Haru. Dang you.
軍人
Gunjin. Okay. Right. Okay. Alright.
猫
Neko.
2日
It's got. That's a fine burn. Uh-oh. Wait. Hold. Hold. It's gone. I want to YOLO something. Let's YOLO this. Whoops. Dang it. Huh. I feel like this is not a burn. This is from previous. Oh no, typo.
合計
Goal kit. This is our only goal. Or maybe there might be one left, like goal kit suru or something. This might be a suru thing. A goal kit. And the heck is. Oh no, it's. Oh, it might be. You could like get a total of something. To total something up. Goal kit suru. No? Like to sum something up. Let me see. Goal kit suru ne? No, there's no. Oh wait. No. No, there isn't. Okay. Pattern reviews. I'm thinking of something else. Alright, so goal kit is fine, but let's write something for posterity's sake. What do we have? We have join. It was join and suit. This one is pretty terrifying. Guess join. Join would be the closest. Let's join hands and take a head, a measure of the total number of people. I was gonna say head count, but measure is fine. Okay. Okay.
軍
Good. Okay.
夫
Otto. Oh. What? It's so much stronger in Chinese. Oh. Wait. Oh, no. What in the actual think. Hold? This can't be a burn, right? There's no way this is a burn. Get No Toki. Okay, no. No. Yeah, we're gonna have to push this. I have no idea at the moment. Okay.
昨日
You know, is this a burn? No, it's not. You know, it's not a burn. Huh. Oh, Meshi.
飯
期限後
Gengo. I don't know. Wait, Kikengo. Is that not? Wait. Record original after. Wait. Kengo. Is that not? Oh, it's after. Common air. After common air.
引き
Key. Uh,
単語
Ango is common simple language. What the heck is simple language? Oh, wait. We're talking about more like simplified Tango, so word or vocabulary. Whoops. I just typed road. Okay, it's fine. Wealth? Okay. What? Oh. Was that a typo? Wait. Yes, that's a typo.
春休み
Yes.
英語
There you go.
有毒
Yudoku. Poisonous, I suppose. Wait. Whoops. That didn't exist. What?
芸術
Yejutsu. Okay. I had a problem with this yesterday. It's fine. Oh, it was with the it's a special read, not the onyomi.
晴れ
Not it.
こんばんは
Konbanwa.
ご飯
Gohan. I think this is gonna need an additional mnemonic retroactively. I want to say it.
式
Oh, it doesn't need one because it's. I'm pretty sure this is only. Let's. Yes, right? Yeah, there's actually no other read that explains quite a lot. Okay. The what? Wait. Shochu? Shochudoku. Ne?
「食中毒
No shortening. Shochudoku. Yep.
毎晩
Maiba.
岩
Iwa. This is going pretty well. I
単に
Anni. Dang. Not going so well. Hmm. Wait. That's not again. It's serious? Hen. No. Oh. How do you describe hen? Let's see. We have again and what is that supposed to be? A folding stool? Oh no, that's supposed to be a folding stool. Oh wait. It's change. Change or strange. Strange is more common for me. Yeah. And how does this work? Oh, it's heckin' winter. I keep forgetting it's winter. Winter. It's fine. Right? 大丈夫だ. Okay. Oh wait.
年
Let's see. That's a burn. Yo, whoa. Hold.
昨今
Sakon. Wait. Sakon. Oh.
英国
英国. Oh, wait. Yeah. Oh, I just. Oh my gosh. I auto typed that and I thought I had a typo. Okay.
子猫
Echo. What? Wait. Wait. What's going on? My brain. Wait. This is not. They're just using a different. They're using like more closer to Chinese as opposed to okay. Yes.
昨年
Sakunen. I said kyonen because that would be another way to say last year, not. But that's not what that's written. Okay. That's 昨年. Yeah. Stand in. Naku?
泣く
Okay.
晩 4匹
4. Wait.
英会話
Eikaiwa. The heck is that? Guess it would be. Okay. Yellow?
列
It's okay. And let's okay. That's a good burn. Alright, so now we're down to the one and only. I really thought it was like ski. Huh. This can't be a burn. Right. It's the left side. Left side is different. Messing this up. Oh, this is special. It's okay. Okay. Like ude toke, right?
時計
Okay. A watch. Okay. I need a little bit of help on this one because this is actually irregular. And walkie-talkie is not great. But we'll try to fit it in. So it's a short of Toki. So it was Toki related. Toki, and then what was the other one? Ji. Do we got any other thing? Ji, Toki. Okay, just Ji and Toki. That's why I got stuck. Okay. Yeah. Even I don't know. Even Jesus. Toki. What was the Toki? Toki. What did I use for Toki? Toki. Toki. 2 keys. Okay. Even. Even Jesus approves of using 2 keys. Jesus have 2 keys. Jesus uses 2 keys to access walkie-talkies. To use for watching people. I don't know. That's good enough. Okay is fine. It's fine. It took a bit though. Every time I look at this, I don't think of Toke. I don't wear a watch. Okay, that's fine. Today's good. You know, the lowest, shortest days. The day before leveling up is shortest. Got my tablet drivers here. Okay. Alright. Alright, let's do our momos. Fly. Mona Lisa flood. Mole. Righteousness and explosion. Riri. Okay. Kon Sai Hi Ritsu Hi Gai Yo Nan Ki Yu Shin Shiri Ri Kai Kaku Sa Gen Ken Ko Atsu Zai. I got a bit stuck yesterday on Zai. Gotta be careful. Mu Sun To Sa Atsu Sai Ki Han Zai O Ron Ke. Alright. We're good with that. Oh, pretty quick today. We're gonna keep it a little quick. I'm a little tired from yesterday. Had a lot of fun. Kind of pushed the envelope with Dave the Diver. That Balatro collab was unexpectedly tempting. Alright folks, that's a wrap for WaniKani today. Gonna watch this later. Arigatou gozaimasu. As always, feel free to follow along. Pick up WaniKani for yourself. Give it a try. Always welcome to come on by. Right. Share some experiences, exchange some stories, brainstorm some ideas. Welcome to yapping at any time. Alright, for now, for those who are only interested in WaniKani or Japanese, minasan mata ne. Itte kurete arigato. See you next time. Thanks for watching. Right. I'm gonna get up, walk around quickly a bit, stretch, and I'll be back for HanziHero. Thank you. Alright, welcome back everyone. 欢迎大家回来。今天是第206天 is day 206. We had one character from yesterday that kind of stuck out. It was Lei. Lei. Right. Lei. Or Thunder. How was it? Well, it was pretty good yesterday. See if today, usually these days are the more robust days, being that WaniKani has the shortest session, right? Shortest session, most energy.
除夕
Wuxi. Yeah, I'm not quite sure about this one. To eliminate the evening. Oh, it was specifically Lunar New Year's Eve, as opposed to like any eve. Lunar New Year's Eve is the final evening of the lunar year. That's one way to look at it. And when it is over the current year, it's eliminated from the present and replaced with the new year. Okay. Just gotta remember. 除夕是农 Interesting. 农历年的最后一天 Oh no, that's not 成 that's 成历年 Right? Or is that known? That is known. How does that work? Wait. Known. Oh, no. 农历年 Interesting. 不是 Interesting, you call it 除夕? Yeah, I don't know. Oh, which C is it? No, which C did you use? Huh. I'm not familiar with this phrase, so 除夕是农历年 农历年 Really? I guess that kind of makes sense historically. 农历年 Alright. Just gotta remember this one.
除夕 拒绝
拒绝 拒绝 Got refuse 绝 cut off refuse okay, that's fine. Reject. Okay. Interesting. Cut off from something. 拒绝了我的 I do not know what that is. Oh, actually. No, I do not know what that is. 请 邀请 Interesting. Invitation makes sense. Even carried by 请 Yao would be Yugi, barn, front of barn. Foreman, compass, white, and road. That's quite a lot. That doesn't seem familiar to me.
拒绝
拒绝
鼠标，
鼠标 okay 鼠标 the mouse mark 我的鼠标坏了 gotta get it fixed
鼠标，丢脸，
丢脸丢脸丢 loss 脸 face to lose face oh that's kind of funny 丢脸 yeah 丢脸 face sculpture 这不是丢脸的事 fair enough quite literal but face culture is a reference adopted from face culture to lose face not literally lose face but you know.
丢脸，
丢脸
前辈，
前辈 before 辈 lifetime oh yeah in front of lifetime right the prior generation the older generation yeah 前辈我们要 I do not know what that is what I should know what that is do I that's a salute so something about saluting respect okay 前辈 Jing did I know it was Jing no but we know Jing which is using the same thing so it is related in shape at least that's convenient Jun Jun got what looks like horns bottle and a caliper Zelda no not Zelda Zeus nope we'll wait up on that
前辈，
前辈前辈 Why did I think it was U instead of C? I don't know. Be careful.
前辈，
对
拒绝，
拒绝 You can't find the answer. Some websites say C and some say she. Okay. Which C is it that you use? Can you type it out? I'm trying to think of a C that would be interpretable as New Year's Eve. Oh, interesting. Oh, it's the same thing, but the tone is different. Is that what you're saying? They used the same character, but the tone was different? Huh. Interesting. Oh, okay. Oh, interesting. Huh. Ow, so a 4 and a 1. Interesting. Very neat. Very neat. Huh. What about when you say ifu? Do you say ifu or do you say ifu? I think that's one of the ones that I came across really, really early. And they don't make this is so Kevin, just as a background, Kevin is an American who learned Chinese. So it's the developer is a secondary language acquisitioner. So I think they reside in Taiwan right now. Ifu. Okay. Yeah. I've been saying Ifu most of my life. And in this, one of the first ones is Ifu. Ifu. And I'm like, oh, wow, that sounds different. But I guess that's technically and there's also, you know, the compromise. They're sticking to one, they're trying to stick to one read for each character. So then you can discover the other things yourself, minus some of the Sandi rules. So maybe that's why they're doing it. But the recording sounds like Ifu instead of Ifu. But there's some weird things here and there. It's just kind of interesting how they picked these things. And I think New Year's Eve, Lunar New Year's Eve kind of fall into that situation. Uh
鼠标
yeah.
丢脸
丢脸
除夕
yeah. 除夕 I kind of like 除夕 a lot more than 除夕 but what a mouthful. Okay. Okay. 丢失 makes sense. 丢失 let's see. 经常 经常丢失 something something
他经常丢失钥匙。
钥匙 It's hard to find a word with reading C. So weird, yeah. It's fine. 他经常丢失药系 Did not have Yao or Shi yet. Yao Shi. Actually, I don't. This is probably silence, so I have no idea what that Koji tone is yet. Okay. 经常 Oh.
丢失
Oh. I was thinking of something else. 丢失
前戏
前戏 Well, I'm guessing then you're saying 前戏 for this one too? Or is it 前戏? Guess this makes sense. Evening before. 新年的前夕
新年的前夕，
Okay. 月的前夕 Okay. 我的台湾 YouTuber，YouTuber，看看他们说什么 OK or no that's not 什么 oh yeah 怎么读 yeah 怎么读 Taiwan interesting do you think it has something to do with Taiwan it probably does actually it probably has something to do with Taiwan unfortunately I don't say New Year's actually how do I say New Year's Eve I really have no idea. I don't think I've ever said Eve to my parents before. I guess we would say like the day before. Maybe like like I would jerry rig like 早上前新年早上前or something like that. Taiwan use traditional Chinese. I understand that. But that's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about speaking. That doesn't matter if it's traditional or simplified. We're talking about the tone. When you read, the tone is independent of what characters you're using. Unless you're talking about they speak traditional Chinese and somehow the tonality is carried from the writing. But you know, in terms of the evening, I think I've generally expressed it's the day before New Year's Eve. So probably something close to that like 早上新年早上前 or something. Just like the day before the New Year's, literally, as opposed to having like a truncated evening before kind of thing, evening and before. Interesting. Which it's about the same as this, just 新年的前戏. Instead of just saying that, I just say the evening before. Interesting, they really say 除夕. I didn't know that before. Oh. Yeah, so Kevin learned most of his things because Kevin he actually writes it somewhere. Occasionally there are two reads and he would say something like Taiwan because he's residing in Taiwan. He is from the United States according to what was disclosed on the website. But he's using Taiwan as the reference here. I think he still uses Taiwan's own things if there are any for the simplified course as well. There is a simplified course on HanziHero. I think eventually I have to go back and reinforce simplified characters. Do you know? No, I don't. You can easily find how words read from YouTube videos. Yeah. I don't think. Wait, what do you mean by? Are you referring to like the app? I don't use any of those things. Is this like an app thing where you like try to master pronunciation or something? It's a website? Yeah, I don't use any of these things. Maybe. Well, we could experiment with it in the future. Yeah, I don't worry about pronunciation. In the sense of, do they like explain things to you. Oh, I see. You search for it. You English. Oh, I see how that works. For English, for Chinese. I see. The reference thing. Oh, it changes colors as well. So we put in Lunar New Year's Eve. No results. Oh, wait. Oh, you're supposed to write Chinese. Oh, that's the... Wait, how does this work? No, okay. So you have to change this to Chinese. Okay. And then I guess you write in Chinese. Okay. So let's do this. Oh, you know, I only installed simplified Chinese now that I think about it. And then let's do Tian. Tian. And then, oh, it gives you, oh, interesting. And then it gives you a video. 前夕好 318. Interesting. I think this is an interesting thing. You also find some English word pronunciation. The first word you argued with your Chinese was Linux. We get answers from it. Oh, finally proved there are two ways to say Linux. Linux and Linux. Yeah, in terms of pronunciation, that can be... Yeah, I don't really focus on pronunciation too much, huh? It's neat. We can't... obviously, I can't use this when streaming, but because of restreaming and the content that's being discussed, I have no control over it. But that's a really convenient way of searching. I'll have to use this. Give me... I'll bookmark this. This is useful for some quick reference. It won't for private use. Huh. Neat. Another database to search things. Very neat. English kinda is English I'm not sure how much I'll use it because the only other thing I do when it comes to Chinese is literally watch Chinese things. So like I never reference things when I'm reading stuff. That's not part of learning. Learning is not what I think of doing that. That's more like comprehensible input, really, magic. So usually most of the time I'm already literally doing the thing as opposed to like looking it up. Like, oh, hey, this person said something, and then there'd be subtitles or something like that. So I don't usually argue with people about pronunciation. I speak English, so it's already like you're already gone the moment you start arguing about English pronunciation. At least in my opinion. I think if you're a person who like wants to argue about English pronunciation, it's gonna get really hairy. Like oh wait, you work in like how do you pronounce this? As you use Linux, like you were talking about proving two ways to speak Linux. Proving is very different from linguistics, right? Proving in English is a pitfall because you only need one example online to make it a proof, which is not good enough. That's sampling size problems. So how do you pronounce this, right? If we were talking about things like Linux, what is another great one? GIF remove T. Interesting. Yeah, I say GIFT just to trigger people. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Or like these aren't English words, but they're related. They're super common to like technology related things. So here's one too. Right? You can't do technology, especially tech podcast stuff, right? Because Zhao, you revealed to me that you were doing a tech news, right? You can't. You have to eventually say this. It's not. You can't circumvent preventing not to refer to NVIDIA, which I used to say NVIDIA. There was NVIDIA, NVIDIA, Ning. Oh, interesting. That's what you're going with, huh? How do you I don't know how that works. Ning X. Nya Ning Nian. It's called unfortunately I have no idea what that means. Oh, you're talking about you're saying something separate. You're talking about something separate. What is this? I don't actually know what this is. Engine X. Are you I'm not exactly sure. Are you talking about Engine X? Or are you referring to you're talking about the proxy, right? Or something? What are you talking about something separate? You're talking about the protocol. The proxy thing, right? I actually have no idea. I thought maybe you're referring to like the HTML static, like the static content. It's a popular website backend from. Okay, you're talking about that. Okay. Zhao, I see. I was waiting for you to tell me how you say NVIDIA, but then you went and wrote this, and I'm like, is this related to this, or are you just saying the backend thing? Which this is not common. This is not common. NV is okay. This is not as common as NVIDIA. So when it comes to, but yeah, NVIDIA. Hang on. It's kind similar, so I can kind of see that. What other things in tech? Actually, most things are fine. Now that I think about it, I realized tech words are adopted outside the space of English. The autocorrection? Yeah, the autocorrection, I know. It's understandable. Autocorrect. I'm trying to think of any tech words I can think of that in English is like, whatever. And not names, like trying to think of not names. Can you give me some examples? You know what's really tough about nowadays after learning Chinese for some time now, when it comes to tech products? Every time I see pinyin, encoder. What is the other way to say encoder? Encoder? It's probably in, yeah. In versus n. It's the same thing with what you just said. Engine versus engine. I'm actually from the. I'm actually from a part of the United States that there are people who say in. So for this, so it would be an encoder as opposed to encoder. Yeah. So anywhere in like the north side over here, like even the Midwest, something like on the top left northeast side of the United States, there are people who say engine. Kind of like ingenious, right? And that this is not how you spell ingenious. Wait, oh no, this is how you spell ingenious. Sorry, like it's kind of like ingenious instead of engine. Yeah. And I have since stopped. I have since say both, and I don't know when I say both. Like, I honestly just go back and forth. It's pretty haphazard. If someone say engine next to me, I would say engine back. Like ingenuity. Sometimes I say end in this, like ingenuity. But it's not spelled ingenuity, it's ingenuity. But I would pronounce it ingenuity. There's also like indigenous. But crazy. I know. Oh, I had one. I had an example. I was thinking of electronic devices. And it's gone. Oh, which by the way, after relying a lot on pinyin, right? Now, I can't play video games without pausing on a Chinese character's name. So I have to get used to common Chinese names. Because like, so in P5X, there's a character. This is her first name or her given name, right? And I'm like, what is that? And for, you probably know what a common way this name would be, right? But I can't see the characters, so I don't know what this is. So I go with the one that sounds nice to me. So Xiaoling, maybe Xiaoling or Xiaoling or something like that. But I don't now every time I play like video games, yeah, same feeling, a Japanese name for it. Yeah, like give me the characters. I can't determine what their names are anymore. Like before I would pronounce it, how would I pronounce it? I would just call it Xiaoling. Yeah, I would say Xiaoling. Yeah, Xiaoling. But now I'm so concerned with it. I'm like, Xiaoling? I'm like, I don't know. And Japanese is very similar. I'm like, I need kanji or something because I can't tell what the pitch accent is. Like, I don't know what the names are anymore. So whenever they write it in English, like, I don't know. Ryusuke, right? Ryusuke, I'm like, I guess that's what I'm just gonna stick with. But it seems an adopted pinyin because there's no xiao. I know, right? Exactly. So yeah, Xiaoling. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Exactly. So I pronounce it like Xiao. Yeah, Xiaoling. That's exactly, it's an adopted, and it's the same for Japanese as well. Like this could be like Ryusuke, but they don't use markers. So they're in English. English don't have accent markers. So they don't, that means they also don't have tone markers. They also don't use this stuff, elongation markers, for like standard technology tech, right? On the internet, the Roman characters in English do not have accent markers. So most of the time, like whenever I'm saying like Tokyo, right? Tokyo, it's actually Tokyo. And you know, Kyoto, right? Kyushu. so whenever now names come up, I'm like, it's adopted. Most of these things are adopted because it's the closest thing you can get to trying to get an English reading person to read the name the way it's supposed to. And because of the lack of tone markers and stuff, I'm so apprehensive now. So I just wing it. Every time I just wing it. It's like, all right, we just got to decide. We just got to decide what it is. There is a really fun hold up. I know you're interested in English. There's this one guy that he comes up every once in a while, and I saw this video from him that could be really fun for you. It's like, what if English had accent marks, right? And it's a really it's a linguistic guy. His name was Rob Words. Did we already talk about Rob Words, Joe? It might be. It might be someone else I was talking to. But this guy, he talks about English in the sense of like other languages as well. And he put up a video called Why English Should Start Using Accent Marks. And I absolutely love this one here. I'll just link this. I don't know what you think about it, but it's exactly what I was thinking. It's the same. It's the problem that I run into now, where like seeing English like this, seeing Roman characters with accent marks, or like learning Spanish or something, makes you kind of think, well, English can technically adopt that, but they don't. Instead, you just gotta know. You gotta take examples like, oh yeah, this is the way it is. Let's go. Okay, like no one's telling you this is Eve. It could be Evie, Eve, or Evie. How do you know that this ends up being Evie, or this is Evie? Like, what the heck? English. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I think it's a funny thing about English, where a lot of times people would make like, well, the French is very, fancy and difficult with their silent letters and stuff. It's like, but they still have accent marks. They, French still uses accent marks as a layer. And I think pinyin has made me rethink, what if English just added accent marks? And that guy, it reminded me of that guy's essay. It's really cool. And it's to the point where I almost feel like if you're learning English from someone who uses accent marks for the English, instead of using IU, like IPA. A lot of times IPA would be an example, but IPA is like, it's really dense. At least for me, it takes a really long time to invest into IPA, but accent marks are like a casual approach to get to IPA maybe. But the stuff that he proposed was, I look back on the essay that the guy wrote, Rob's World, because of pinyin and the way Japanese use pitch accent, made me really appreciate what the guy was doing. It's like, oh yeah, yes, Yes, exactly. If English had that accent mark, there wouldn't be engine and engine things, and all most of the vowel stuff is gonna go away. Like the difference between and ah and ah. And ah would have been great. Anyways, I like the website. The website's cool. It'll be interesting to look up some of the stuff that I often think about during the session. How are you engaging in English? Now, do you usually just go about your day using English, or do you spend some spare time outside, like doing some studies or anything like that? I don't see how you could have problems other than, yeah, just go out and speak English. That's kind of nice. I'm not at that point yet. I'm usually like making time for these things still. I do watch a lot of Chinese programming though. Not so much Japanese at the moment. I haven't watched Japanese programming in a while. You read English tech news and videos? Oh. Do you also watch popular stuff? Like, you know, I still regularly watch, like, sorry, name drops. Hardware Connect, right? Gamers Nexus, Minus Tech, LTT stuff, like Tech Blink stuff. Maybe Dave 2D, things like that. Those things just all mesh together. It's whatever the algorithm provides. Maybe less so MKBHD, but other lengthier talks. Yeah, you should say tech content. Okay. Yeah, I enjoy hearing people ramble about tech content, especially recently because of the whole tariff stuff. What is your current topic that you're researching, Zhao? Like, what are you looking at right now? What suits your fancy?
前戏
fancy.
一辈子
一辈子. One lifetime. Yeah, okay. Yeah, one lifetime, entire lifetime. Whole lifetime. I think one lifetime is fine. Still gets the job done. 他一辈子都没有去过海边。Oh my gosh. Okay. 海边. I've been to the beach. I've lived long enough to have been to a beach. It was nice. Been to a surfing beach, got sunburned. That was not so nice. And then it's like, well, didn't you wear sunscreen? Yeah, but it was in New Zealand. Everyone got sunburned despite applying sunscreen over and over again. We were out in the sun for too long.
一辈子
一辈子. Oh wait. Oh, it could be 一辈子 though. 一辈子. Bioinformatics about Alzheimer's disease? Oh, interesting. I did recently hear some Alzheimer news. It dealt with characterizing the source of Alzheimer's. Probably corollary data as well. You're coding and listening to your stream, but oh yeah, no worries. coding, huh?
松鼠
Dongshu. Are there squirrels in China? Like mainland China? Are there squirrels? You might be thinking that's a weird question, but there are places without squirrels. And I coincidentally have been to one or a few of the places where there aren't squirrels. Reason I ask is because a lot of times language has a fun history when you think about the words. If they came up with, like, if they needed to use the words in a foreign context or use the words in a they exist context. In Japanese, when it comes to animals, there's a whole thing about whether an animal, a living thing, is like foreign or indigenous, and I don't know how Chinese go about it at the moment. You love my background music, so I don't need to find others. Also, your Mao voice won't interrupt you. Really? But what if I started sounding like... I don't have any impersonations. I don't have any impersonations. Yeah. Are there squirrels in China? Like, in some place in China? There's gotta be squirrels, right? And for non-English speakers, you can easily ignore your words. Oh, dang. Oh, yeah, that's true. Oh, you do? Okay. Huh. For whatever reason... I just can't imagine going to China and squirrels popping up. Oh, hang on. Where are squirrel? Let's indigenous. Let's look at how much. Oh, okay, it's all over the place. Squirrels are all over the place. I just happen to have been in a place where the few exceptions where squirrels were not there, so they had to find words for squirrels. Not as much here. It's so common to see squirrels here. Yeah. Like in oftentimes when people talk about the United States, even in like UK, right, the British, people raise the question about squirrels, like how should I say this? How integrated squirrels are in, at least in my opinion, in the United States. Squirrels are like all up in your business. And oftentimes when I'm like watching, content, watching like Chinese content or watching people like be around China, and when they do nature stuff, you don't see squirrels. So I thought to myself, I wonder how common squirrels are. And I wonder... Okay, Japan has squirrels. Lots of islands. Quite a significant number of like secluded islands and stuff do not have lots of rodents. They're typically birds. They're bird dominant places, so I was curious if Japan had squirrels. Alright, squirrels. Makes sense. Can you explain why squirrels are pine mice? Like, why do they use pine? Songshu. Is that supposed to be for like nuts? No, like pine nuts? Hold up. What are squirrels natural, like, let's just say, what trees do they prefer? Tree preferences. Is it a pine? No, it's oak, hickory, and walnut. Hmm. I'm all up in the 松鼠松鼠进城进城在松鼠巷哦 OK 松鼠喜欢吃 Really 上树上的松果 Really Like the pine nuts? I didn't realize. Oh yeah, I guess that makes sense. The pine nuts in often I think of acorns, but oh conifers. Oh red squirrels rely on conifer forests. Interesting. All right, that's too much about squirrels. Well, I'm gonna end up going down a rabbit hole. Speaking of rodents, a rabbit hole on squirrels. Okay.
松鼠
Learning a new language, like learning how to read in a different language, is gonna do that. You know, get to rediscover many things that you take for granted. It's like, what? I guess in the United States there's significant pines where I guess we live in the same elevation, or like not say like same distance from the equator, so most of the trees here would be like acorns, oaks, maples. Well, less so pines, but there are quite significant pines though. 拒收 refuse to accept. That's literally to refuse to accept. Good old Chinese. Love it. 这家店拒收现金cash 这家店拒收现金
这家店拒收现金。
拒收
Use to accept. Oh, okay. All right.
丢失松鼠
Oops. Squirrel. Sorry, I'm thinking of Germans. When Germans, I'm not sure if it's particularly because of how Germans learn their like pronunciation, but when they say squirrel, it's not like all Germans, but a significant body of Germans would say squirreled, as opposed to squirrel, because of the R. Squirreled. And I'm just thinking of this particular a couple of German content creators that I think about. Squirreled. I think it's cool. I'm not laughing at them, but more like it's kind of great or awesome that you can like make that sound, but you still know what they're saying, right? English. If it was in Chinese, it could be the difference between like so many things. It could be mistaken for so many things. Uh,
一辈子
Why does that sound like 2? 一辈子. Huh. Okay.
前戏
前戏. I like 前戏. 前戏 is not bad.
拒收
预收.
大叔
大叔. Uncle. Big uncle. I wonder which uncle this is. Zhao, do you know which uncle this is? 大叔. Would that be the paternal uncle? I mean, it could be just the older uncle, but 大叔 probably be referring to the paternal uncle, right? My parents and I sit whenever we have to like go to a wedding with our extended family, or whenever we go for a reunion or something like that, that we always enter dialogue about what the titles of all the family members are, and oftentimes we have to distinguish between paternal and maternal, and I'm pretty sure most of the default common family members are referring to the paternal uncle, but I'm not sure 大叔 only could be used for the maternal uncle or not. I would use this for my paternal uncle, as in my father's brother, as opposed to my mother's brother. 大叔. How would I say this in Fujianese? 大叔? 大叔? Or it could just be 叔叔. Yeah, so it would be paternal uncle. 叔叔, 大叔. When you see someone looks like my grandpa's age, I call him 大叔. Oh yeah, me too. Actually, that's true. That's true. Yeah. And my to give you a background, my father's oldest brother is like almost a generation older, because his family is like separated by 20 years or something like that. It's a little around 20 years. Let me see, how old is my youngest? Yeah, almost 20 years. So my parents would say like, what do we call your oldest uncle? Just call him 大叔. just go, because he might as well be a grandfather. So yeah, like a big oldest auntie, uncle, right? Unc and auntie. Nowadays kids do be unking, heckin' unk. I imagine you encountered this euphemism already, the unk. And then I don't think people say auntie too much, but 大叔 more like to call someone who is not your relative in your opinion. Yeah, that's fair. Like 大哥, If the person's not as old as your grandfather's age, you go with 大哥, right? It's like unk. This is unk. But I guess 大哥 is more like unk too. Unk means both 大哥 and 大叔. Heckin' unk. English. Oh, you know what I just learned today when I was typing, when I was reading someone else's? Now I know that people use this, which gives away the type of people they speak to. This word. Yeah. 大叔 is older than 大哥. This word And I don't know if people pronounce this out loud. I think this is just a linguistic typographical thing. Yeah, daga makes people feel better. Yes. Definitely don't want to call someone older than they are. This is a new one that I just saw someone write in Discord. So I had to figure out like what does this mean? So I had to look it up. I'm like, it's a contraction of all that. And I don't know if people say all that or do they say all that when they read. I also learned that oh no, I don't. Like there's some posts. There's still a lot of things I don't know. Like TB, that is not tuberculosis. TB is not tuberculosis, and I'm still not quite sure what that's supposed to stand about. Maybe talk about? No, I don't know. I don't know what TB stands for. This, right, stands for tuberculosis. And I can't spell tuberculosis. That's why I abbreviate. Yeah, this is tuberculosis. We're not talking about TB and TBH. We're talking about TB. I have no idea anymore. I was reading some posts, like some Reddit posts and some like Twitter posts as examples of new age contractions in English, and I'm like, I don't understand. You can kind of understand, like I'm genuinely saying I didn't figure it out. Like either the person was talking about they know about this product but they don't use it themselves, or they're saying I use this product but I don't use it very often. Like I don't know what the person was trying to express. And there was a bunch of people who was trying to explain it, and I'm like, oh, okay. I only understood it when someone explained it, and then now I don't remember it anymore because I don't use it. I don't use the English, whatever English they're using. It's crazy. Crazy. I should start studying English again. Like new age internet English.
大暑，
大暑，
矮人，
矮人，a dwarf， 矮人，矮人的房间，矮人的房间，建在，no， yeah， 建在乡什么？乡 something 乡 something 里头 maybe that's still 头 oh 洞 so inside makes sense. Dwarf houses are built inside mountain caves. He's talking about fantasy dwarves. Iron Western fantasy dwarves. 矮人的房间建在山洞里
矮人，
I imagine this can also be
敌
used for
视
other things. A 敌视 enemy 视 enemy knowledge, or to look at. Oh no, yeah, to look at, right? Enemy to look at. Hostility. But to look at an enemy with hostility, your enemy will look at you with hostility. Okay. Feels fine. 他因为不同意见而什么而 something oh no. Oh no. 受了同事的 敌视. Wait, okay. Him because different perspectives. Therefore, he cannot. He has or he receives different opinions, or he is hostile. He faces he endures hostility for his differences. Wait. He faced hostility from colleagues because of his differing opinions. Oh, that kind of makes sense. Yeah. 因为不同. Oh yeah, it's because of having differing opinions. 因为不同意见而 Okay, that's 遭受了同事的事. So him because different opinions, such that of course he faces colleagues with hostility, colleagues that are hostile towards him. So it makes sense. That's a mouthful. So which one? What? How does faced new? I don't have 遭受了 faced. 他试图避免敌视. She tried 避免 to avoid hostility. Okay, yeah, that checks out on its own.
敌视
Oh, I might have been saying 敌视 hostility.
差
Oh my gosh, this is HSK 5. Cha is HSK 5. What the? I wasn't expecting that. Oh no, I should expect that. Cultural differences. Charlie Brown is in front of the auditorium, lining up for a show. He sits on a, cha, but 筷子 instead. He sits on a folding stool. Charlie Brown sits on a folding stool he bought for the occasion. He gets up to stretch his legs, and one of his classmates drops a fork onto the folding stool. He sits down and the fork pierces his butt. He gets up and screams, "What the fork is this fork doing here?" I don't think Charlie Brown would say that, but he picks up the fork and drops it on the concrete. Feels bad. That seems mundane enough, honestly. In front of the auditorium, lining up for a show. Unlucky. Charlie Brown, unlucky. It's fine. This is cha. It's always gonna be cha. Do cha. No, dao, not do. Dao cha. Knife and fork. Intersect. Jiao cha. Makes sense. With fork? Huh. A mixed fork. I like it. Jiao cha. Okay.
差咳
To cough. Now that I think about it, I don't think I've ever said cough before. It's usually like, oh, they have a cold, right? 感冒了. 他感冒了. Instead of saying 他咳了. 他正在咳. or 现在可 coughing. Oh, wait. Okay. Oh no, it's Kermit the Frog. K is Kermit the Frog. Usually, yeah. This is teaching the characters. It's gonna teach the cough, Zhao. So this is the character, and then they introduce the vocabulary word, which is right here. K soul. Yeah. No, we're just talking about the character itself, but yeah. Then they do the vocabulary words, which K soul makes sense. But we don't have soul yet. But it'll be 止咳. And you have to stop coughing. Makes sense. Kermit the Frog is inside the electricity plant where he is trying to catch a boar that keeps on running away, coughing on everything. Okay. He finally catches the boar near one of the fire-powered generators and covers its mouth, but the boar keeps on coughing. Before long, Kermit coughs too, having been infected by the boar. Okay. I don't know. So Kermit, we're gonna make Kermit a nice guy. Hello there, Bree. Is Twitch still being a butt? I'm doing all right today. How are you, Bree? Let's make Kermit a good person from now on, like a good frog, right? So let's change all the mnemonics to something altruistic. That's gonna be Kermit's defining quality. I don't think we have any other character that was super intentionally needing to be benevolent. Yeah. So, oh man. Oh well, it's fine. So Kermit the Frog is inside the electricity plant where he works, and he noticed that a boar got in. Is trying to escape the cold, right? It appeared like it was coughing a lot, especially a lot of I don't know, coughing from the mouth, right? Mouth coughing. And then so Kermit tries to chase after it to help it with, to keep it warm, to help it from getting cold. And he's a frog, so he cares about boars. Yeah, you've tried everything, it just keeps buffering. You're doing all right, thanks for asking. Okay. I imagine you got some more sleep than you did the other day, right? Right. Oh, and I kind of entirely misspoke last time on The Mentalist. The last season of The Mentalist is a half season. It's not 26. So I was like on episode 6 or something. I guess today I'll probably be watching the last 3 or so episodes of The Mentalist. Probably ends with a wedding or something.
可
Okay. 大鼠
大鼠敌视
是hostility
差矮人
矮人
可
All right. What other new characters we have? We have Ya, to Pawn. Okay. Yeah, you're gonna say that you're nearly done since it's such a short season? Yeah. Yeah, I haven't decided what I was gonna watch yet. What was I even doing yesterday? Oh, I was sorting out Otakon stuff. Yeah, they're the volunteers at Otakon, they decided to like make the email process very different and official, so I needed to sort out the email stuff. Communications. Otakon communication. You're in season 7 now in episode 2, you think? I see, I see. What was the last thing I watched? Oh, they're going up the brass. Higher and higher stakes. Oh, in terms of Jane and Lisbon, they don't know how to behave around each other when they're on the job. That's they're demonstrating the thing that technically Rigsby and Van Pelt demonstrated why that's why you don't have couples working in the same department. That stuff happens a lot, so you know, naturally then Lisbon and Jane would be the prototypic way to illustrate why office romance can become a conflict of interest, especially in a position like that where one is consistently in charge or pulling rank. Technically Jane pulled rank in the operation because he was directing the operation, so he pulled rank without consent, which that's the last thing I watched. They were doing they were protecting a key witness against a powerful family. Yoshi is in front of the auditorium where he is short on money to buy a ticket. Go on. He finds an armadillo in front. Okay, Yoshi armadillo, alright. And yanks off his own finger. He finds an armadillo in front and he yanks off his own finger and tries to pawn it off to the armadillo for some spare change. The armadillo looks at him confused. What in the... Alright. I don't think that's necessary. I think we're just gonna say Yoshi is in front of the auditorium where he's short on money to buy a ticket, right? So Armadillo happens to also wanting to go, and he decided to tap the armadillo with his fingers to get his attention and pawn off one of his eggs. You know, Yoshi's just to be popping out an egg and offering an egg to pawn off in exchange. Yajing makes sense. Yajing deposit. Okay.
Ya.
Oh wait, kind of. To pawn money, to deposit. Okay, all right. That's a little bit of young to throw. Definitely have another throw. Right. Yeah, we do have another throw. I wonder if they're together. No. They aren't. They're not together. Oh no, they are. Yeah. Diao, right? Reng diao. That was from yesterday. I kind of didn't have too much use for diao, but I got our second diao. I'm like, we definitely have another throw or drop or something like that. Actually, there's another one. Was it oh? This wasn't combined with toll. To litter. Yeah. Okay, to throw mess or chaos. To litter. Run run. Okay, Run. Robin Hood is not that great as well. Okay. Robin Hood is in front of the English Manor, next to where the garbage is stored. Okay. Maybe outside. Robin Hood is outside of the English Manor, next to where the garbage is stored. He walks up the stairs that lead to the garbage pit and throws out a bunch of fingers he stole from the rich into the huge garbage bin next to the brick manor wall. Few fingers, huh? Let's just say like finger rings, you know, finger rings that he stole. Finger, you know, rings.
Rung.
Rung. Rung throw.
Jun.
Jing, okay. Jun. Jun. Jun is Jing still. Army, alright. That's fine. That checks out. And it's Julius Caesar. Julius Caesar is in front of the infirmary riding a chariot. Naturally. Behind him is an army of injured soldiers wrapped in bandages, ready to follow him into battle once more, even if they were just treated for their wounds. Nice. Jing. Hai Jing. Yeah. Hai Jing. Kai Jun. Kai Jing. Kai Jing. Kai Jing. Jun Jing. Yeah. Kai Jing. I can't get my brain to switch. Alright, it's fine. Jun. Hai Jun. Ne? That's fine. Jingguan officer. Okay. Okay. Warship. That doesn't look like a ship. Jing Tian. Oh no, that does look like a ship. Jing Xian. Interesting. Rank. You remind me of something. Why do you look so familiar? In Japanese.
Jing.
Jing. Army.
Xiong.
Xiong. Brand. Have a reference for you. Xena is inside the temple where they're having a grand ceremony. Xena inside temple, okay. On the altar, temple, is a grand turkey. Sure. And the monks have hired Xena to carry out a traditional sacrifice. Oh. She gets her sword and cuts off both elbows. I guess. Both elbows of the turkey by cutting beneath its armpit. The monk cheers as the grand display. It's talking about a pagan ritual. That's fine. That works. Oh yeah, Yingshong. Yeah, that's right. Yingshong. For hero. HanziHero. This is what is HanziHero. HanziHero. Xiongwei. Oh yeah, that's the other one that I was thinking of. Wei. It's like for great. So grand, great, magnificent, or just grand or great. Like Alexander the Great kind of situation. Xiongwei. Great, magnificent.
Xiong.
Xiong.
An.
Oh hey, we got An instead of Gan. An. Sure. And it looks the same. Yeah. Looks the same. Gan. Master Chief is in the bathroom of the pawn shop, which has collapsed into a cliff that leads to a large mountain. Far below. Alright. Master Chief, who is a guard at the pawn shop, gets a syringe and drops it down the steep cliff. It falls all the way down past the mountain before it settles on the shore hundreds of meters down. What a strange sinkhole. Okay. I think we're gonna change this up a little. So, right, Master Chief is in has proceeded to the bathroom of the pawn shop where it just suddenly collapsed right into the cliff of the large mountain. It's a cliffside pawn shop. Along with this collapse were some priceless stem syringes, right? So he proceeded, as he typically do, proceeded down into the sinkhole, which brought him near the shore where the priceless syringes were. Syringe stems, the medical equipment. Seashore. Ayan. Actually, Ayan. Hoang makes sense. Hoang, not Hoang. Hoang. Riverbank. Yep. Kaigan. Right, Kaigan.
岸
Okay. Alright.
岸
Alright. Let's imagine it.
压 均 熊 岸
Finger and stairs. Wait, how did this work? Oh. This one is a bit weak. Often Robin Hood.
扔
Okay, we got throw. In Japanese. All good. Alright, time to lock in today. Short day, get to rest. Alright. Last day of July. I gotta write up my notes for August.
长山
长衫是常见的男子服饰。
窗台
猫在窗台上。
Oh, wait.
垃圾
垃圾不要丢在这里。
他俩
老师说他俩表现得很好。
Hot sauce. Sauce, man. Sauce.
果
Okay.
负担，
工作负担，
先，迟到，
你为什么迟到？
过奖，
您过奖了。
抄写，
我抄写了这些资讯。
Hold?
辩护，
我们有辩护的权利。
堵车，
上班时常常遇到堵车。
我，踢，
Heckin' shellfish.
腐败，
这个世界腐败吗？
Goodbye.
躺平，
在床上躺平真是太舒服了。
快递，
这家快递公司很快速。
汗水，
他的脸上布满了汗水。
载客，
那条船载客穿越河流。
What? Did I misspell it so poorly that it didn't work? It wasn't like
干粮，
我们准备了充足的干粮。
Oh, that's Jing.
长途，
长途旅行很累人。
No, wait. No, that's actually fine. I just forgot the... Oh, no.
纷争，
纷争的根源是误解。
Just... Conflict? I guess conflict works, right? Huh.
敌，
I want to type like chaotic battle. Chaotic conflict. We'll see. Hold. Oh no. Not like this.
倍数，
15是3的倍数。
羽毛球，
我们明天去打羽毛球吧。
解压，
人群挤压在一起。
游泳池。
我明天要去游泳池。
微弱。
他声音微弱。
That's fine. Meager is the same as faint and weak. Fine. Feeble. Okay.
耐心。
他是一个有耐心的人。
Oops. That's patient. Patient works.
以及。
他正在准备以及考试。
耳朵。
我的耳朵有点痛。
Oops.
扩音器。
请对着扩音器讲话。
Chaotic battle. Dispute. Oh, okay, that's fine. Actually, dispute is fine. We're just gonna say conflict as well. Conflict is good. Yeah, conflict is fine. Oops.
邮局。
邮局在这附近吗？
鸡。
Oh, I typed the wrong thing. It's fine.
吸。冷汗。
他的手掌上满是冷汗。
紫。县级。
这是一项县级法律。
What? Wait. Oh no. That gut feeling failed.
羽毛。
孔雀的羽毛很美丽。
栽。躺下。
他生病了，只能躺下休息。
寄生虫。
寄生虫会引起疾病。
心肌。
心肌是心脏的一部分。
阀。
Oops. I hesitated for a moment and it was gone.
外婆。
我喜欢听外婆讲故事。
喂，摸，
Oh no! Not like this! How do you,
灰，耐用，
玻璃不耐用，
唱，扇，花朵，
这束花朵很美。
遗传，
遗传决定眼睛颜色。
大腿袜，
她的大腿袜很漂亮。
I had it and now it's gone. Dang it. It's to break a bone. It's definitely to break a bone. I gotta really scrounge up.
早晨，
她早晨5点起床。
Uh-oh. Oh no. I was feeling really comfortable today until now. My groove is gone. No, that's not it. Uh,
系统，
汉字英雄是一个学习汉字的系统。
what? I don't know. I'll have to think about that. What? Huh.
像，压缩，
我们经常把垃圾压缩。
卧
Mm. Okay. Wow. Wait. Oh. I typed the wrong thing. It's fine. It's okay.
痞
What are you? I want to say, oh, it's a, oh, dang. All right. I wasn't even close. I was thinking of a different break. I used a different break. All right, that's fine. It's a recurring, so we'll change something about it.
业余
他是一名业余高尔夫球员。
Wait. I think that also means overtime. Or as well. Oh, no. Okay, it's fine. Amateur is fine. So I think it might also mean overtime. Interesting.
鞋骨折
他的手臂骨折了。
杯读动 竹椅
他太胖了，坐不了竹椅。
静默
我们在静默中等待。
How did this go again? I somehow got the read and then it got lost. Wait, T. T 系统 No, 系统 Unite Department. How do I unite? Oh, like an association or something? Or a system? Yeah, that's fine.
树 综上所述，
综上所述，我们需要更好的沟通。
综合
综合考虑后，我们做出了决定。
I wrote something for this. Man, oh, I think. Comprehensive, right? That's kind of weak for such a recent thing.
竹叶
熊猫喜欢吃竹叶。
Hmm. Hmm.
穷困，
他在穷困中努力工作。
Oops. Was bad.
闲，
Ugh! I missed the I.
绿，
Have two conflicting things.
乌，
That's better. Okay. Negotiated them.
平稳，
病人的血压平稳。
静，
Or advance. Advance is probably what they did. I think come in is fine. Okay. Oh no. Okay. I got this. Yeah. This is a situation. What? Oh, it's a kun.
梦想，
他的梦想是环游世界。
or dream. Dream's fine. Ah! Wait. What happened? Oh.
思，
The clock in the mouth.
富含，
这食物富含脂肪。
I guess the wealthy. Keep wealthy. Wealthy. Okay.
胸骨，
胸骨位于乳房之间。
资金，
公司正在寻找外部资金。
Funds. Money. Capital. Property. Assets. Huh.
肯，像，
Yeah, sure. Be rich in. I'm just gonna say wealthy. Wealthy is fine. Wealth. Okay.
赢，
Okay.
非常，
他对学习非常认真。
请教，
我们想请教你几个问题。
Ask for advice. I guess that's better.
电池，
我的手机需要一颗新的电池。
保密，
它能保密。
是，议题，
重要的议题。
系，迷信，
你有什么迷信吗？
Oh, oof, that was a misread.
居，
Oh, that was a big misread. Uh,
油画，
他会画油画。
促使，
这首诗促使读者反思人生。
urge to use, I guess, impel. Sure. What? Oh.
变成，
经验会让你变成更强的人。
The change is the same. It's acceptable. Whoops. That's true.
可以，
你可以关电视。
练，
Wait, that's practice.
玉米，
吃一根玉米。
to change into, so
数，六，
wait. Hmm.
飘，会议，
我有3个会议。
老人，
老人在公园散步。
设立，
公司在台北设立了一个新办公室。
记，
Uh-oh.
湖边，
他坐在湖边读书。
集合，
在规定的地点集合。
A gathering? Hmm.
餐具，
请摆放餐具。
农村，
他家在农村。
鸭，
The heck?
邮件，
电子邮件，
各种各样，
他有各种各样的想法。
音量，
收音机音量已开到最大。
力，可爱，
这件衣服看起来很可爱。
Wait. Hmm.
腰，
Uh-oh.
把握，
把握时机很重要。
职工，
这家工厂有很多职工。
What? Hmm.
组，
Yay. It's close enough to a gathering to assemble, to gather. Gathering. Close enough. Oh, that's a yarn. Yeah, yarn.
结束，
电影什么时候结束？
庭院，
这庭院好美。
温暖，
今天天气温暖。
两边，
两边都有道理。
当，
Okay, that wasn't too bad. Today was really good. It was quite methodical. J? It's a little disappointing. I don't think we have to go over J. What was it? Finger and axe. Right. Break things by grabbing onto an axe and breaking the coal stuff, right? The power generator. Yeah, today was really good. It's probably the most straightforward today. I've noticed that these sessions seem to feel a lot longer. Not too bad, man. All right, let's get to it. Let's keep going. These are the good days. These are the days that are like, ah, yeah, it's feeling good. 2 days ago, like, overall, but the day before yesterday and then before that was really tough. I had a bunch of holes. Also, today is WaniKani's shortest day. So, tomorrow's level up day. So the day before level up, the 5th day of every WaniKani cycle, I have far more energy for HanziHero. And it does greatly impact the little like the little 1%ers, right? The 0.1%. They kind of stack up after a while. Or the 1%ers, I would say the 1%ers. Cha. Ke. Ya. Jin. Xiong. An. This one's probably the weakest. Young. Why am I surprised? I think Robin Hood is probably the weakest. And then immediately followed by, like, what are the top 5? Robin Hood, Kermit the Frog, Kermit the Frog. Master Chief is pretty... No, it's Zelda. Zelda is definitely the next one. Like, those are the top 3. Kermit the Frog, Robin Hood, and Zelda. Yikes. And then you get into, like, the murky territory. The slightly murky territory. But most of them are pretty good outside of those 2. Mulan doesn't get used a lot, though. So there is some dark horses. Qianbei. 拒绝。鼠标。丢脸。除夕。丢失。松鼠。中鼠。 一辈子。联系。寄修。寄修 ，OK， 寄修。大叔。大叔。大叔。的士。矮人。Alright. So we have Charlie Brown attending, outside of the auditorium, waiting in line. Pulled up the folding stool, right, to wait. But unlucky Charlie Brown, someone decided to drop a fork accidentally. Drop a fork on his folding stool, and he's sad and he got really angry, Good grief. Sitting on a fork, yikes. Then we have Kermit the Frog, who's working in the power plant, where a boar was trying to find some respite from the cold. Seems like it developed a cough. Right. And Kermit the Frog chased after it to try to help it out. Good old Kermit the Frog. Then you have Yoshi, who's in front of the auditorium, really wanting to see something. An armadillo friend, or an armadillo person, because we're thinking about Mario here. An armadillo walked by and he tried to proposition the armadillo by attempting to pawn off or tap the armadillo on the shoulder with his fingers, right? And tried to pawn off one of his eggs in exchange for some money to get into the auditorium. Or maybe he just approaches the what do you call those? Receptionists, I suppose. The ticket counter, and it just happens to be an armadillo, right? Because anthropomorphic characters are common for Yoshi mnemonics. Okay. Then we have Julius Caesar. Oh, this one's really apt. Julius Caesar is in front of the infirmary, where he is once again leading in front of his army, who was recently healed, and going straight back into battle. Right. That one works out really well. Then we have Xena, who found herself in a ritual of sorts, a pagan ritual of sorts, in a temple, where she takes out a sword, to commence to commence a grand ritual in sacrificing a turkey. So she takes out a sword and she lops off the turkey's elbows at the armpits. Good enough. Pretty convenient. And then we have Master Chief, or Master Chef, as I call him. Master Chef is doing guard duty at the pawn shop by the cliff, the pawn shop in the cliff. And just so happens on this day, the pawn shop bathroom collapsed off of a cliff, right? And down into the shore. Collapsed into the cliff and into the mountains. But there's some very expensive medical equipment at that pawn shop. Priceless syringes in which he has to climb down and go grab, right? It's Master Chief. Yay. And then we have Robin Hood, who is scouting around the outside of the English Manor. and he was trying to discard some evidence of his trying to stash away some finger rings that he acquired by accessing. How does this work? I don't even know what this means anymore. Oh, he's stashing away by throwing the finger rings in the garbage, like a dumpster area, up the stairs, right? Up the stairs to the right or on the side, garbage for safekeeping. Kind of like burying it. What was our thing? We might as well, right? What was it? Zhe? Zhe was finger, axe. So Zhe. I don't know why I forgot this. It's fine. It's break. It happens. That's like the 99, the 99.9 percentile where you've seen this so many times and from time to time you just forget. Gotta accept these things. Only human. And then all the other ones, today was a 99.9% thing. So today was super above average. If I had some sort of routine and I'm like really healthy, it's the only thing I do for the day, this is what I expect. I expect a 99.9%. Where occasionally you just hiccup, you look at it, it's like that's fine. You get like a memory block here and there, but ultimately there's enough context clues. If you sit there, you'll get it really quickly. And it's a 99.9% is because nothing was delayed. It was just immediate, like, oh, okay, well, that's a typo, yeah, and so on. And usually it's near 100% because there's autocorrect. When you're typing things, when you're speaking, you can always self-correct very quickly. So like it would come off as a stutter or something. Like, oh, I meant, shi. Oh, no, sorry, I misspoke. That kind of thing, right? So you have lots of ample time. And then when you're typing, oftentimes there are assistants, which that helps with the making typos and all that. In the case of SRS, they don't take on typos. It's about learning to correct things first. So that's kind of one of the situations. Today was very good. It also tells me a lot about how much more like strenuous or maybe how much more energy I'm taking up can really impact. I wouldn't push too much harder than I have already done. Whenever tomorrow is going to be similar. Tomorrow HanziHero is going to go first because WaniKani's lessons are really a lot later. They keep it's shifted 1 hour later every single time because WaniKani's schedule is on the on the 4th of an hour, or like divisible by fourths. No, divisible by fourth, but divisible by 4. So whenever we get to level up day, I can't start on the same hour prior. HanziHero is just a flat reset. So plus or minus a couple hours, you get it done before the day's end and then wrap it back around. WaniKani is to the hour, which is not quite convenient. Tomorrow we're going to be starting with HanziHero, which I expect to feel like this. It's very quick, pretty methodical. I could, if I were only focusing on Chinese, I could see myself doing like 2,000, 3,000 problem going through the day, like 3 or 4 hours probably if you really lock in. But it's an exercise in diminished return, right? We don't want to spend hours and hours doing these things. Off to the evening, enjoy some programming or something like that. And it's not long now. I think I might do like a special pause when we get familiar with HSK 6, like the first HSK 1 through 6, and then take a pause, because 7 through 9 and so on are enrichment in the sense that I genuinely feel the character side of things are pretty okay. It's sufficient to learn now through most comprehensible, like using comprehensibility, right, to get the characters. But vocab, because of the pace I'm going and how HanziHero introduced things, the use of those characters are pretty minimal. Like some characters only have maybe one or two things, and we have to start considering the idea of expanding our vocabulary, which is not the primary design of HanziHero. But there is a functionality that I might put a pause to learning characters, which is about double WaniKani, right? And then going back and doing another activity where I use the dictionary thing and pull up and add more vocabulary to HanziHero. Then the reviews will going to be largely vocabulary dominant to give it some more use. But it is pretty good. Like, what I do have to say is, yeah, I agree with quite a lot of people that learning this way is actually quite difficult. And it's difficult in the sense that it can make it inefficient. Now, how does that impact when you actually do learn in context? I feel like when you go to read a book or read a story and stuff, doing this stuff, it has its uses, right? But when it comes to like meaning and usage, it's like night and day. And what I mean by that is reading a book is a walk in a park compared to this, but because reading a book has other focuses, right? It allows me to focus the thing that I'm more used to, which is to create memories and more complex ideas and whatnot. So honestly, this stuff takes a lot of energy, and I totally understand when people want to make their studying habits and stuff as easy as possible, you know, as approachable as possible. But again, I genuinely believe this to be true most of the time. You have to balance between what is easy and what can be construed as boring and complacent. If you're not actively engaged enough to work for it, there is a point in which you stop learning. And what I mean by that in stop learning is not like all of it becomes stop, it becomes really passive. And today, the reason why it feels like 99.9 is most of the stuff is I didn't actually learn anything. As in, like, I didn't go back and say, oh, I'm gonna add more information here, add more. It's practice. So practice comes in diminished return. If you're constantly practicing the things you already know, it's to help retention, but it doesn't aid that much in learning, right? And that's kind of where I am right now. It's like, oh, you know what? I think I might have learned sufficiently enough. Now we can play around with stuff and then learn in a different manner. So I'm kind of hungry for vocabulary and hungry for writing now. So we're gonna have to learn. We're gonna have to come up with a clever way to transition into that. Reading, you know, characters like, oh, hey, there are a substantial number of characters that you learn the more complicated version before learning. So I don't know how HSK is oriented, like how they decide which characters to prioritize, but boy howdy, there are days where like all 7 of the characters feel like, well, I feel like all of these are already known. So I think we've gotten to a really decent enough spot. Japanese, pretty much the same when it comes to meaning. So when you're reading for comprehensibility, it's a light years difference in taxing than trying to remember disjointed things and then constantly using memory palace, like mind palace strategies. My mind palace situation is incredibly intense, and that's where I try the hardest. Is any of this information important in the long run? It's an experience, And I love telling experiences. I think experiences lead to a lot of different strategies that might not be apparent at first. So, definitely not the most intuitive way, right? This is an unnatural way to learn certain things, but you could argue that the most unnatural way is the way that you are not practiced in, right? I said this time before, even with Duolingo and stuff, it feels like going back to high school. The way learning it this way is how I picture a lot of my classmates learning and memorizing things, and then they forget it immediately. There's no like retention, right? Oh, I'm just gonna flip through, I get the A on the exam, and then 50 to 60% of the content disappears because due to disuse, just not interested in retaining it. I'm almost 40 years old, and since then we've gone, or at least I would say I modestly have become very effective at understanding how to retain information. Not how fast you gain information, like how fast you learn things. This is definitely a fast, really fast way to jam characters in. However, I like to keep it in balance. Ultimately, retention is the name of the game for me when it comes to knowledge. And that involves using mind palace situations, associating associations for associations. Like, it's not a sprint to being fluent, it's a sprint to remembering. It's more like a mitigation tactic on forgetting things. I prefer to learn things and then find a way to maintain them, so that when I look back on what I've done, I didn't waste my time. I don't have to relearn something, despite committing a lot of that time to the retention, as opposed to learning a bunch of information and then selecting the information that meets you, refine that rapidly, and then get to your goal. I think that is definitely something that I don't gear towards. So this whole burning thing, the next 100 days for HanziHero, actually HanziHero is still fine. HanziHero is still fine to the end of the year. For WaniKani, I'm going to probably reintroduce how I'm gonna recycle quickly and spot test all the current stuff, because burn is not a burn. Like, to me, burn is a mechanic, or an end cycle is a mechanic for people who believe knowledge does not require maintenance. And knowledge and the maintenance of that knowledge is cumbersome because they don't learn to use the knowledge. They learn to acquire the knowledge to build a skill. But applying the skill is very different. You can have skills that you no longer apply, and therefore they no longer mean anything. You can learn things in high school. I still have not discarded most of my high school information and my high school knowledge or in my high school skills, because I continue to develop them and they're part of my skills now. Or in the mind, there is a reason to attach them to my current things. I think if you're someone who hated formal schooling, hated being told things that you need to know, ways that you need to behave, always feel like most things you learn are optional, and then that if you really need to learn them again, you can always look them up on the internet, that it requires a lifestyle in which you will become dependent on references and material. And I do that too. There are most definitely certain things. Ultimately though, when it comes to retention, it's through the application of the stuff. So I learned this stuff with the intent of using them. It doesn't mean I'm using it for speaking natively or moving to China or something. If you find any form of use, any form of abstract use, not doing your snobbery and elitism and ruling out use, being creative is sufficient for retention. So yeah, you might not sound like a native immediately because you're not forcing yourself to apply something in a situation that's not already habitual to you. So that's what I mean by something that's natural. This is unnatural to me. Now it has become natural to me. So acquiring characters and learning vocabulary this way has become natural through skill building, through application. I record it over 200 days. It's now a habit, right? What is natural is habitual, not some comparison to a situation that does not exist yet. Like, I don't live in Japan. I don't live in China. Using a constant comparison to that situation will remain unnatural until it is a thing. It's a possible application. So it is possible to have the willpower and the diligence to constantly do an unnatural process in order to get to a goal that you wish to be natural. For myself, that's incredibly impressive if you're able to do it. I wouldn't be surprised if the failure rate is higher though, because it's a sink or swim thing. If you don't make it to your goal, everything feels unnatural up to that point. Even grinding and thinking you're studying unnaturally stays unnatural and unrewarding. Like, being able to do this is pretty impressive, actually. Like, for myself, because I already apply Mind Palace strategies, being able to know how to like make an app, even if you're like interested in making a memory tool, right? And you don't like, you take WaniKani's approach or Hans's approach and then you iterate on it and then ask yourself, how do you make it? How do the pieces work? That alone is a skill that is incredibly impressive. It is unnatural. It is what humans can do. Humans can create abstractions. So no, you don't specifically have to rely on the literal, observable present. You can also use associations that are beyond that. And it's an asset. If there's anything that's interesting, is I'm curious if other learning tools describe why this works, like in an intuitive way, like in an implicit way, because nothing about abstraction is even intuitive to begin with. It's only intuitive when you practice it. So HanziHero was so much faster than WaniKani because it's a fun adaptation of how I remember things. This is how I remember people's names, by the way. It might not look like this, but this is how I remember people's details, conversations day after day. I form webs and I go through them in my head. Like, if I imagine going into the house, with my groceries, what do my groceries represent? Well, first I have to put the groceries down on the ground, take out the fruit, put the fruit in the cupboard, right? And then take out the vegetables. Then, and I have to make sure the if I have any freezer items, go in the freezer. How you sort those things is the order and depiction of how you get people's details back. Oh, you remember the order of our conversation, right? Like, the finer details can be really hard to remember, but you can remember order, juxtaposition, contrast, the flow of the conversation in order to pull back a memory of it. And yes, you're not going to have an eidetic memory where you knew exactly the time, place, and date, but with practice, it becomes more and more reliable, even impressive sometimes. Nowadays, the one thing that I do typically for fun, and usually I'm plus or minus 1 year, is when someone talks about like, oh, hey, I like this video game series. Like, wasn't the first video game in like 1996? I think I remember when I was, those are the threads, right? Those are the threads. And I think what's a really fun exercise when you're using SRS is testing how well you can constructively and creatively connect non-context things together. Because if you're into puzzle games and stuff, you know, I don't have to talk to people who like puzzle games. Anyone who thinks SRS is helping them learn is probably someone who doesn't particularly into puzzle games the way I'm describing. Or anyone who's like shortcutting learning and trying to find the simplest way around, like hoping that if you just input all the time, it becomes a active, intuitive process or whatnot. It's probably someone who's not going to read the instructions before you play a puzzle game. Or pick up a manual because you're genuinely just interested in how the system works, right? It can be this though. Like, I don't actually think learning styles are genetic, right? That's not my thing. Oftentimes it's environmental. So the skills you practice can really truly, and I'm not saying it's exclusive, like none of it is genetics. I'm talking about a major driver in the expectation of someone's approach to learning is very environmentally and historically practiced. So can this work for most people? Absolutely. Will it work for most people? Probably not. Right? And that's why we have so many wealth of tools and learning skills and stuff, right? Oh, that's how you tie your shoelaces? Well, I tie my shoelaces differently. I actually double knot my shoelaces all the time because the vast majority of times when I put on shoes, I'm running, right? I'm going to run. And the last thing I want is to have a single knot come off, that kind of thing. So where someone would say, well, why do you have to double knot? You just, sometimes it doesn't ever unknot itself if you make a different knot. It's like, yeah, I understand, right? And I kind of like it. These days are the days where I can reflect on it. I'm like, wow. I still remember day one, by the way. Day one and day two, when I was trying to figure out, okay, all right. So they're doing this. Okay, all right. And then when we get to day 100, right, we got most of our components down. I'm like, oh, okay, the read, the sound stuff down. Okay, we're still doing this, we're still doing this, but now we're doing something entirely different. When I read something, I immediately just frame it in my own way if it's disagreeable. If it checks out, it checks out. So now I'm constructively doing things. WaniKani and HanziHero is now, I feel like I have command of most of the things, so I can rewrite things as I see fit. It's going to be setting up for October, where we're going to be drawing things. So for fun, as a fun exercise, we're probably going to draw a bunch of these things. So I can practice drawing, because October is my drawing month. I don't know how that's going to line up with doing HanziHero and WaniKani. We might have to adjust the workload. But in October, we have our month of drawing. So I have a bunch of art studies that I've been doing over the years since the last October that I want to incorporate into all of this. Yes. In the end of the day, for me, I usually don't have time to share these things because they will happen. They will likely happen. When I set my sights on doing something, it's already planned in advance. I think this echoes my Dave the Diver thing from yesterday. Promising yourself that you would play something and having the thing available to you, right? Demanding other people be available to you to suit your whim, right? Whenever you say, oh, I would have done this if this happened. Those are empty promises. I mean, they could be fulfilled promises, but for the time being, they're empty promises. I think I could echo some of the proactive people out there or the self-improvement people out there. Stop breaking promises to yourself. And promises can come in many different ways. And one of the biggest ones is promising yourself a goal that is so far off that it can seem like an empty promise every single day, and then that becomes an impediment. I feel that's usually where the language learning fails. You're promising yourself many things. You promise to become fluent in a language. You promise yourself to take a trip to Japan, right? A trip to China. Those are promises that are not kept yet, right? Because they don't happen until later. So for the time being, in the meantime, I've come up with yearly, tri-monthly, quarterly, months things that I will be doing. They will happen. And that's how I don't break promises. When I say, like, you know, from the day to day, I'm gonna move my schedule earlier by an hour, I do it immediately. I go at it. I'm 1 hour earlier. It's like, okay, can I get another hour earlier? We do it. It's application. And the idea of application is that doing it oftentimes also makes it more efficient, right? You practice the stuff. And being able to retain that ability is often can be greatly associated by actually doing it. So when was the last time I shift my schedule earlier? I do it every like 4 months. So it's not like I've forgotten how to do it. So you set your time, and then the second time I do it, I improve upon it. Like, well, what worked last time? Okay, so now I'm gonna do something else. I didn't talk about how I move my schedule earlier, or how I like decide when to pause things and juggle around things to plan for things, like to plan and make time, or I'm getting a little tired. I can see myself getting more tired and scaling back. When it works, it's great. It makes me smile because I'm like, I know exactly why some of the days I'm having hiccups in my memory and whatnot, because I spend a lot of time doing it. I don't spend a lot of time sitting there and theorizing and trying to explain away things that occur, but you just put off. Like, if you're getting bored of SRS, you could choose to put it off and just continue doing the same thing as opposed to addressing it right over time. It's kind of like you're done for the day, and I don't know, you took a shower and then you just throw your clothes on the ground, right? Instead of putting them away. So tomorrow, or you tell yourself then, oh, all right, they're already dirty. Maybe I'll wait till tomorrow. And you put more clothes on there. It's like, it's not big enough. I have more clothes left. So that pile will continue to pile up. That's an empty promise you make to yourself every single day. The empty promises are built on excuses. Those excuses continue to pile up until maybe one day you have a crisis and you address it. That's awesome. It can happen. Some people take the big dive and just do it, right? But most people, that thing is kind of like a review bank for SRS. You skip a day and like, oh, all right, 70 reviews, that's not too bad. The next day is like 140. It's like, yeah, it's not bad enough. And then now it's 210. It's like, okay, now I have a problem. Do I start over? Or do I go where it is? Well, I've done that several times. Usually, like, even if things pile up, I've done how to recover that. So if you've done it the first time, the next time it piles up, it's not so bad. You've already done it before. You understand and you can intuit the steps. A second layer is to make sure you remember the first time you did it, the second time you did it, the third time you did it, because the things you've done, you've brought with you. It's not a one and done. You don't, at least in my opinion, a lot of these things, especially life skill developments, are not one and done processes. It might look like a different form, but where there's creativity, it's possible. Like, I'm going to incorporate the WaniKani stuff and the Hanzi stuff into my drawings, because then I can show and maybe even write. Like those drawings might end up getting stories in the future in the target language. That's actually a plan of mine. So at some point, all of this disjointed stuff will become creatively integrated into my drawings. And in those drawings, I might end up using the target language to describe the drawings. And all those drawings will become the representation of all the vocabulary words and the characters that they represent. So I imagine in a year or two, my drawings will have meaningful characters attached to them. And not in the sense of meaningful characters in which I have to base my authenticity or my origins with the the etymology of the etymology of the language. It's the etymology of my origin and relationship with the language. Right. What does an mean to you? Well, I'm an English speaker, right? I was born in the United States. My parents are Chinese, but I'm also fascinated with 2 or 3 other languages. What does an mean to me? How many different ways you can express an? Well, I can certainly tell you I'm going to draw a mountain, a cliffside, and some syringes falling off the mountainside. And then drawing really off in the distance, right? We can do like a silhouette. So here's a cliff. Right, here's a cliff, a house, and then you can see like little things falling off. And then I can draw like a guy, right, on a jetpack or something. Like swooping off, right? Maybe I'll make something like iconic, like he looks like a silhouette of a, or something like that, and then like going after the stuff, and then there's like a shore down here, or maybe just rocks. we'll think about it, and then it would be just an. It can be even more, you know. An is just the shore. Anyways, that's all I wanted to say. Thanks for hanging out, Zhao. We'll have to reconvene in the future. It's kind of fun reading your messages in Chinese. Take care. Good luck. Good luck. All right, folks. That's a wrap. That's it for HanziHero today. If you're gonna watch this later, 谢谢. Right. As always, feel free to follow along. Pick up HanziHero. Try it out for yourself. I'm always here. Looking forward to 再见. Yeah. 下次见. You're always welcome to stop on by, exchange some stories, you know, some thoughts, trivia, whatever it is to take an active role in sharing experiences or constructing experiences. It's, in my opinion, if you don't like analytically doing this stuff, it might intuitively, it really does make remembering things far more effortless in a manner that could be used for a lot of things. Associating experiences, speaking, talking, exchanging things can breathe life into one's own actions and the actions of others, right? I'm always here for a good yap session. Until then, for those who are only interested in HanziHero in Chinese, 大家下次见. 感谢观看, right? Thanks for watching. And with that, I'll catch everyone next time. There's a little bit more in the future to cover for next time, but see you next time. Stay safe, stay healthy. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye bye.